I believe life begins at conception, and every life is valuable, and those are my personal beliefs.
So that 12-year-old child was molested by her father or uncle should carry that child to her with that trauma.
That is my personal belief. I believe life begins at conception.
Mississippi House Speaker Philip Gunn has personal beliefs and fantasies, apparently, about 12-year-olds being raped and having the babies of their rapists. And even more so, of their rapists that are within their family, maybe a father, maybe their uncle. He likes these things. He believes in these things. He said it multiple times. Let's go to more about how he says this, because here's the headline here. 12-year-old incest victims should birth dad's child, House Speaker Gunn says. He made this remark to a reporter hours after Roe v. Wade was overturned. Gunn said he did not know what the legislators' appetite would be for ensuring child rape and incest victims could obtain abortions. He didn't know what the legislators' appetite would be over child rape. Anyways, the state's 15-week abortion ban does not include rape exceptions, but a 2007 Roe v. Wade trigger law that could become effective soon would allow rape exceptions early in a pregnancy only if the rape was reported to law enforcement, which does not happen in most incest cases for obvious reasons. Now, he was pressed further on this about the problematic bill that he's still in support of somehow that features this exception. But he even went on the record more with that. He was asked, do you think the legislators should revisit that part? The part about allowing 12 to 15-year-old kids, it doesn't matter what age, kids to have the babies of their rapists, especially incest victims? Personally, no. I do not, is what he said. I believe life begins at conception. Every life is valuable, and those are my personal beliefs. Hey, take your personal beliefs and take them home. Child pregnancies carry significantly higher health risk than adult pregnancies as well. Something else that Gunn has no idea about. Carrying on, because again, this guy's a big piece of garbage. He detracted from any other further commentary on this matter, and instead he wanted to focus on the significance of overturning Roe versus Wade, because this is a celebratory day for him. So I want this day to be about the fact that Roe v. Wade has been overturned. The members of the House of Representatives are the ones that led out on that. It happened in this very room, and we're going to celebrate that day as if this is a historic moment. We have to remember and memorialize what happened in this very room as I celebrate rape and incest victims having their babies of their rape attackers. More. During this legislative term alone, Speaker Gunn killed or declined to support efforts to provide healthcare options for new mothers.
Of course.
This spring, Republican Mississippi Senator Kevin Blackwell, Republican, sponsored a bill that would have ensured low-income new mothers in Mississippi have access to postpartum Medicaid coverage for 12 months after giving birth. And currently, that coverage is only available for 2 months. So one Republican who's probably not very good on anything, at least proposed something for new mothers to have some access to care and help, since we're forcing them to have these rape babies. But Philip Gunn says, no, hell no. What I care about is life. So F that mother's life. I mean, that 12-year-old girl who's having her father's baby. It's just his personal beliefs, Rick.
Yeah. Many thoughts, so I'm just gonna spew them out. First, this man should not be a lawmaker, period. Second, if you wanna have some perspective on this, listen to the victims. Listen to women who survived this. Listen to the post-traumatic stress that they endure. And then think about, they have to deal with that, right? And Republicans would never fund like counseling. But then think about how they would have to be reminded every day of this horrendous thing that happened by carrying that person's child. It's insane to me. The religious freedoms that we speak of in this country. I mean, Samantha Bee did a great story. We've known it for years. Abortion is a pinnacle of, Judaism. Hello. It's a pinnacle of other religions as well. Yet the only one that matters is the one that they dictate. It's insane to me. John Fugelsang, who's a former contributor on the network, he hosted The Point when Anna Kasparian was out and is also a host on SiriusXM, talks about this all the time, how abortion isn't in the Bible. They are using this as a cudgel to try and win elections. But the all lives matter, pro-life, it's all a smokescreen for power. I need everyone to understand this. Ronald Reagan was pro-abortion. Republicans were pro-abortion until the 70s when they realized like, oh, religious people are kooks. All we have to do is just say these things and they'll be on our side. Yes, that's all it took. There's a reason why, according to, it was either Business Insider or the Wall Street Journal, one of the two. When Trump met with evangelicals in the White House and then when they left, many former aides told the outlet that he was like, that's all that they believe. Like, it's that easy. These people are pieces of blank. Because it is that easy. I just don't know why, if we are, especially with the Party of Freedom, why they won't allow me as a Jewish person to say this is something that I believe in because it's actually in my scripture. You're saying that one scripture is more important than the other.
Of course they are.
And it's a shame. It's just a shame. And by the way, real quick, very quick. I don't know how Democrats don't run on this. I don't know how they don't make this like the absolute focal point to say like they don't care about women. They don't care if you are raped.
Kids.
They don't care. Like there's so many things that I feel like, as I've learned more about this industry, is that Democrats continue to trip over themselves when they have such winning issues on their side. This is another of like a million, and yet they don't ever have the messaging to do it, ever.
And it's very easy to have the messaging to do it.
It feels like
point out what they say, and then every time someone brings up this celebrating the overturning of Roe versus Wade, ask them, so do you agree with Philip Gunn?
Yes.
Make him a celebrity. They've made unknown people celebrities based off of nothing. Make this guy a celebrity, infamous for the things that he openly said. Because I've seen Kristi Noem from South Dakota go on Sunday shows, and she dodges around it. Arkansas's Governor Asa Hutchinson go on Sunday shows, and every time they ask him, "What about this incest part of your law in Arkansas?" Well, I mean, they're gonna have to discuss it. I personally don't believe in it, but they're gonna have to discuss it. Philip Gunn said, "I love it." He was given the exact picture of what it looks like, and he said, "I believe in that. Those are my personal beliefs." One more time, if those are your personal beliefs, take your personal beliefs home and believe in them there. Rape your children there and then get arrested for it, since you believe in raping your children and letting your brother rape your daughter too. Since that's your personal belief, go do it and get arrested for it. Because for some reason, you think everyone else should go with your personal beliefs of raping children. And when he says things like, hey, I believe that every life is precious, except for the ones that are here. Because again, people die over this. 12-year-olds having children is not a health and safe process, but he cares for every life.
I don't say this. I don't say this often, and I don't believe that a football field or a boxing match is worthy of it, because I do believe that the soldiers do the fighting, but this is a war on women. And that's how they need to frame it.
In this case, little girls.
And little girls.
As they're talking about pedophilia in every corner, he supports pedophilia, rape, incest, and forcing more damage on those little kids.
Yes,
that's
make him
what
a celebrity.
Philip Gunn's about. Philip Gunn, supporter of rape and incest. He said it, I didn't.